Hello Pisces, and welcome to your Astroflower reading for the week of the 27th going through to the 2nd of April. Thank you very much for being here and joining us here on the Astroflower. YouTube has decided not to show our videos to anybody, so if you've made it this far to see this video, you're amazing. Okay, I don't know quite why they're doing it, but that's the way they're doing it. I will be doing a special on Sunday about what's going on in the world around us as well, in the collective, according to what happened on Tuesday, which I did last week as well. In the meantime, let's get straight in. We're going to be looking into your chakras, your aura, and doing your tarot as well. So without further ado, let's do the connection and get straight in there to your root chakra. So here we go. So it's just after your birthday season. Now your root chakra is sort of, it's well defined. It's grasping onto the situation at the moment. Usually after the birthday, we get this sort of extra bit of energy that comes through us. It's we're moving on to your winter period in the first 3 months after your birthday period. And this is where things really sort of kick in life in regards to sort of all the plans and goals that you've got going on, that you've sort of put into place over the past 3 months before your birthday. Okay, and with your root chakra here, we can see that it's really well defined. It's very nice, it's very formed. There's no loose parts on it at the moment. Everyone seems to be getting this at the moment. And there's also a part of the bottom section which is almost as if it's like it's locking on to a situation. So it may be a case that you've sort of taken that step up and you're almost implementing all those good things in life, all those goals that you're sort of putting into place, the fundamental sort of things. There is a bit of movement that's going up towards your sacrum as well. So this is feeding your sort of fundamental desires. And let's just see what's going on with your sacrum there. Okay, this is what, oh yeah, this is really well developed. It's very tight, very sort of compact. It's moving towards your goals. It seems to be a major focal point in your life at the moment, getting on and doing things. And these are fundamental goals. So it's basically, it's sort of saying, I want a house. It doesn't necessarily sort of say what, you know, how do I want, what color do I want it? How many sort of, how much, what sort of bedrooms I want and stuff like that. It's very fundamental things more than anything else. The heart's desires, that comes into sort of how we want that house to be. And this is really focusing on the real nuts and bolts of your desires, basically. And I think it's more within the material side because we get more on the left-hand side than we do on the right-hand side. But there is a definite direction coming out of the middle of the sacrum, as if to sort of say, this is what I want out of life. If you don't know what you want out of life, take time to meditate, connect to your sacrum or your heart chakra, and listen to it. Don't try and sort of see what it says. Just let it show you what the energies that are coming out of that. Okay, and it makes it a lot easier for you to just find your path. And once you find your path, you've just got to go down it. You've just got to walk down your path. Let's just see what's going on in your sacrum, on your solar plexus, sorry. Okay, so here's your solar plexus here. This is well shaped. It's got lots of the petals going on. There's not too much fire. I think you're taking it easy in a way. I think it's because you know what you've got to do. Maybe it's a case that because you know what you've got to do, you've got to sort out all the, as I said, the nuts and bolts and stuff like that, rather than having to sort of burn your passion in order to get there. And that will make life seem very easy, free-flowing, that you've got the handle on things at the moment. Let me just see what's going on the top of it. Yeah, there is quite a bit of fire, but it's it's pointing towards your heart's desires. It seems like you should be following your heart at the moment, along with that sacrum. And those two sort of desire centers, as it were, seem to be working hand in hand. And the solar plexus is fueling that sort of heart's desires. Let's just see what is going on there. Yes, it's definitely, it's moving into a direction that is almost funneling you into a direction that you should be going, gradually finding your evident path. And as you do, it's gonna make life a lot easier. You're gonna be able to sort of step into what you're doing with ease, basically, because it's going to become obvious to you once you start walking down that road. Let me just see if there's anything else going on that heart there, because I'm getting something about a relationship as well. Maybe it's healing from a past relationship. It might have taken a very long time to get over, but it's something it's in the past, I think, more than anything else. Maybe it's just sort of realizing that the over the past year, what you've done and what you want to do in the going future. It's basically looking over the past and sort of saying, yeah, I'm over that now. I'm now on to a new chapter in my life. And I would head down there. I would open up that chapter and really start walking down there and sort of exploring it, basically. So let's just have a see where it's sort of going on that sort of sense. There's a feeling in the heart chakra of free love, of gaiety, of enjoyment, of just being part of life and enjoying life, basically. That's what it seems like there. No doubt about it. This is what's pulling you on. That's almost like the carrot that's sort of dangling in front of you, encouraging you to sort of towards your heart's desires. So I would be very relaxed about it all. There is a bit of socializing going on, most definitely. I would have thought on more sort of networking on your material side of life, but there is a sort of happy-go-lucky sort of feel about your heart. And if you're not feeling that, definitely do a bit of meditation and it will open it up. And as soon as it does open it up, it's going to become obvious what sort of energy you should be bringing into your life, basically, at the moment. Let's just see what's going on with your third eye and your throat chakra. That's really quite well developed as well. Yeah, there's more on the third eye than on the throat. The throat is not bad at all. It's a very nice, but is a little bit more sort of weight given to your intuition, given to your inner thoughts, basically. And here is sort of trying to cut between the lines or read between the lines of the situations. As you do read between the lines in the situations, it's going to make your advancing a lot easier as well, especially if you've got that light and bubbly energy that you can so have, that you haven't caught, you're not getting caught in situations that drag you down, basically. If you are getting caught in situations that drag you down, just recognize them and just move away, just continue onto your path. And you don't have to sort of shut people out from your life. You just need to follow onto your path, and they will eventually sort of dissolve, as it were. Any other people that sort of that are holding you back and sort of like feeding off your sort of energies and stuff like that. So it's a way that you seem to have this sort of high priestess or this this ace of wands sort of looking through life and seeing the passions of how you can apply your passions. Very light and happy-go-lucky, fun sort of aspect to it. Let's just see what's going on in your crown chakra. That's very open. It's as if like your consciousness is now starting to get into step with who you are, or get into step with what life you're actually wanting to live. And as you get into step with that, all of a sudden there's a logic that comes into play within your life. And when that logic does come into play, you're going to see very easily what parts of the world around you is not corresponding to you. And when you know that, it's very easy for you to just take one step in front of the other and eventually get to where you should be going. Let's just see what's going on your aura. Okay, so there seems to be two things going on here, and it's almost as if it's a transitional point at the moment. It's a transition between a realization of here, what's in your mind's eye, of how you want things, and you know, how your heart plays those ideas out within your mind's eye. And it is that manifestation energy that you have at the moment. It's very nice energy. As I say, it's in a transition, and I think it's going to sort of gradually come into play where your relationship side will come into, I think, you know, I don't want to say that you're not paying attention to your relationships. It's not that at all. But at the same time, it's very difficult to sort of concentrate on the material path and on your relationships at the same time. It's not always possible. And I think this is the situation for you at the moment. It's a case of putting in place your material life, your job, your business and your projects. And that will then sort of feed your relationships, your friends, your family, your couple, and etc. And it's a transition between the two. And this is where manifestation comes into place. It's the idea that starts up the manifestation process, and then we move into the energetic sort of way of putting that energy into that vision, that inner vision that we have, and then after that moving on into the physical world. But that's probably going to come into it next week. Let's just see what's going on at the top there. Yeah, there was another realization that's filtering through at the end of the week as well. So some things that I think these realizations are going to be coming through on the sort of Thursday and Saturday periods here. There was another thing going on there. No, it's only very, very slight. It may be a case of just being too nice. This could tie into that old relationship for some of you. And I think it's a case of just being very nice to people. And unfortunately, some people will just end up taking off your arm rather than, you just offer them something, and before you know it, they've chomped all the way up to the top of your arm. So but I think that's in the past. I think, as I say, it's very, very slight. Either this is someone that's come into your life that is sort of, I wouldn't call them toxic at all. It's just a case that they just seem to be absorbing your energy, really, and your energy flow. So, and they seem to be taking up a lot of your time. Okay, let's just see where the flow is going. Well, the flow is definitely going into the sacrum and then into the heart. So the sacrum and the heart, this is a real desire week, basically. Really getting into your desires about life. Let's just see what's going on with your tarot reading. Thank you very much for being here, supporting this channel by subscribing, clicking that bell and all of that sort of things. Yeah, thank you very much for that support. Let's just see what's going on for you, Pisces, in the overall energy. The Three of Swords with the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. As I say, just walking away. I think this is in the past. I really think this is, it's like saying goodbye to something that that may have been emotionally trying for you, and it could well be as much as a job, as a relationship. But it's as if it was a job or something like that, it just may mean that you put a lot of emotions into that job or into that business, and it's come to an end, or it could be a relationship that's come to an end. Yeah, you could be splitting up with somebody, obviously, but at the same time, it just feels like you are causing this heartache for yourself, and I'd be just a little bit wary of that. The karmic path for your relationship side, the star. Your dreams and aspirations. The best thing about the star is that she's pouring it into the water, but also onto the land, and it's making everything around you very fertile. And it's, you know, she's got all those stars above her head as well, and those are those dreams that she's trying to cultivate in a way. And I think it's reaching up and being that happy-go-lucky sort of person is going to build a lot of dreams and aspirations for you. The Emperor. Yeah, I think this is moving on. You're moving on. I'm more and more convinced that this is in the past, basically. And it might be something that's just come back up on the surface for some reason or another. The universe is trying to... This is the influence from the universe on your karmic path. The universe is trying to sort of be your central role within your life, basically. Be that person that you aspire to be. And the universe is asking you to sort of, be that leader within your life. Take control of your situation within your relationships. Your guides. These are your guides who are influencing the karmic path. It's also doing the connections of the world around you in the way of sort of coincidences. And it may be a case of, there's something in the past that is a little bit disappointed. If you keep looking back to that past and that Three of Swords there, obviously you're going to see those 3 cups that are on the ground. But actually, you got those 2 cups that are behind you. And if you just pick them up and go, and that's what the Lovers is all about, or the 2 of Cups is all about. And also, it's the dreams and aspirations, the Star card. And just behind that person, you have a bridge going over to a castle or a town. And it's bringing you onto a new aspect of your life and to a new cycle of your life. And I would just let go of the past, Pisces, if I was you. Just let go of it all. And we got the Queen of Pentacles at the top. It's really surrounded, and it's coming through the middle here. And I think that's coming through the middle is something from the past. We'll pull some cards on it as well to try and find out a little bit more about that sort of detail. The Queen of Pentacles is that assurance. She knows what she's doing. She knows where she's going. And I think this is the conversation that you're giving yourself at the moment, making you feel very secure about your life and very comfortable about where or what you're doing or where you're going and how you're developing those relationships that are around you. And you could well be looking for something that's a little bit more sort of solid more than anything else. It could have been in the past that the love you had in the past might have been really good at times, but it was also very insecure, basically. On your financial side, it's the 3 of Wands. I don't think it's procrastination, because that's not what's within your aura. And you do have the moon at the bottom there. I think it's more a case of letting things come to you. That's what your karmic message is for this week, is letting the opportunities and the situations come to you, basically, and seeing it coming. I think seeing it arriving that's what's to do with your third eye. Let's just see how the universe is influencing this. 6 of Wands. Everybody's been getting the 6 of Wands. You've got to live your path. You've got to be the best example of yourself. And you've got this rightful place in a way. And that ties in with a little bit with the Emperor card as well, of having that sort of people looking at you kind of going, yeah, Pisces has got it going on. The universe is encouraging you to take that path, to take that position of someone who through your own actions merits what you should be receiving. This middle section here, and this is to do with your past. These are the guides that are to do with your past, to do with how the world influences you through coincidences and stuff like that. there's obviously something that's gone on in the past, and I think it's a long time in the past, and it almost comes back up on the surface. It could also be tied into the world around you, that there's obviously like a tower moment that comes in from the world outside. That's been very obvious in a lot of people at the moment. But as I say, we're going to be sort of we're going to be clarifying that section there a little bit. And now you got the Knight of Cups. So yeah, the Knight of Cups is like an offering that's coming in for you. I think this tower moment here could be almost, it's almost as if you've walked away from, as I said earlier on, walked away from a job that was you really enjoyed and you put a lot of emotion into it. But this only, because the only reason you're walking away from it is because something better is coming in for you. And there's some sort of offering within that. It could be a new contract, but it's a new mission or a new direction according to your heart's desires, basically. I think that's what it comes down to. Let's just see what the overall outcome is. The Fool, taking a bit of a leap of faith, basically. Trusting in that evident path that is in front of you. That's what you should be doing at the moment. Let's just get what's going on in that midsection there. And that could be that transition as well that we saw in your aura. I'd like to do the Tower at the moment. Okay, so you got the Hangman and the Judgment card at the bottom there. Seeing things differently. So rather than focusing on that something that might have happened that was very difficult to deal with, you should be focusing on the possibilities of tomorrow and see what's coming into you. As I said, this is what this karmic message here is about allowing things to come towards you. And as you do, this is what the Knight of Cups is going to bring to you. It's going to bring and offer you something, and seeing that tower moment in a different way, turning it from a negative into a positive. And with the Empress marrying that body, mind and soul, basically, marrying those dreams and aspirations that are within you, so you can give birth to a whole new sort of thing. It comes out of that tower moment. There's the tower again. So this leap of faith that's happening here, I think it's tied into this tower moment. The tower moment is also a good way of getting rid of old beliefs, freeing your wheels up, basically. And yeah, I think it's your guides here are trying to eliminate old ways of doing things so you can open the doors for fresh, new cycles of life within you. Let's just see what's going on in this Five of Cups. So happiness, it's put a dent on your happiness, basically. I think I really do think you bring into this happiness. You bring in this doubt, maybe, and this disappointment, maybe with yourself. Yeah, this disappointment come from the idea that, you know, sometimes it's difficult in relationships. Sometimes you could really love someone, but it's just like you tear shreds off each other. That's what it could well be in a way. And I think this disappointment is from yourself, but also with the situation that is around you. And as you walk away, you can be walking to that new love, basically, within you. And finding that new love on your path. Manifesting a new future. I think this is all to do with the past, actually, and letting go of the past. Sometimes it's difficult for you to do, let go of the past. With the Queen of Cups, and you know, manifesting that heart's desires as you go forward. With the Queen of Pentacles as well, which gives us the assurance and everything like that. I really think that disappointment was the past. You've moved on to different things. You've opened up to the joy and happiness of living life. Without tormenting yourself according to something that happened in the past. With your financial sort of side, it's maybe a case of sort of, you know, you need to organize things on the material side of life with that past relationship, or that past job, and start building on a future that can yield a lot of opportunities and offerings coming from the world outside. And with this happy-go-lucky, and that's what the Fool's a little bit about as well, with this happy-go-lucky energy, you're going to attract things to you, and it's going to help you manifest a really beautiful future. So yeah, there you go, Pisces. Thank you very much for supporting this channel, being with us here. Interesting week. It's a week of transition. Just let go of the past, I think, is the main message that's coming out for it, and head towards your dreams. Just walk towards them. It's as simple as that, Pisces. And as you do, there's going to be a lot of things coming in for you. There you go, Pisces. Thank you very much. Don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.